Hello, welcome back to my channel, and here I am with another great videos. Greeting from California to wherever you are located watching this video. The purpose of my video or my channel, it is just to give you an idea how you can do certain work related to upholstery. On this video, I will give you a big idea how you can make from scratch the door panel of this Ford Ranch wagon. I will wrap this door panel with that leather. That leather is from Relicase, and I will use a carpet too. When you're going to work with expensive material, I always recommend you to make a pattern for seat. But on this case, because most of the pieces are plain, I am not going to make a pattern. You will see, I will say like 70–75% of the whole process. The easy thing I'm going to ignore. Why? Because I am pretty sure you will do it without watching me doing it. That is the door panel. It's a Lumen board, the material that I'm using, 1/8 thickness, and I will make all that design. I just rub it on the door panel, but you will see me cutting some small pieces of wood, gluing into that board, and start putting the new material. This is the door panel. There will be carpet. I will make like a frame around the carpet, and right here will be 1/4 of an inch wood MDF. Same thing right here, and I will use this is the MDF, and I will use the same material from the door panel right on some section of that panel. Will be at two different density, 1/4 of an inch and 1/8. I will start cutting those pieces. You can use a jigsaw, you can use a circular saw, or even you can cut it by hand in case if you don't have a pneumatic or electrical tool. That is 1/4 MDF wood. I love working with this wood. Sometimes I use a deco wood. It is a good wood too, and I will cut all those strips. I'm not going to show you the whole process how you can cut this wood, but I am giving you an idea what I am cutting. The last piece that I throw on top of the other one is a 3/4 of an inch, the width. Then the other one is a 1.5 inches, and I have it right there. You can see 1/4 of an inch right there, because I want that to look more like a little bit of bump. Same thing right here. I am using a block and a manual sander, electrical cutter, pneumatic cutter, the jigsaw, and the sander. That's the tool that I will use. And then I will use the router to eliminate that sharp edge. I will use a router bit because I need to cut it a little bit under. That way when I wrap it with material, I don't want to increase the height. Always be careful when you are using the grinder. You can see me right there, just what I did. The leather, when I wrap it with leather in there, will be even. Same thing with this thin piece of wood. I taper out, and I have all of them run right there. This is a simple customization, not a big deal on this rear door panel. The front door panel will take time because I have to make some armrests, and that it has to be on the door panel. Stay tuned for the rest of this video. That is the chrome. It doesn't belong to this car, but that is from another car, and I am cutting, I am trimming to adapt to this door panel. So I cut it, and I have to just be careful because I don't want to scratch, I don't want to damage it. I get just a fine sandpaper and sand it around that corner, just where I cut it, to make it nice. Yeah, both look identical. Then I will start gluing this piece of wood. I didn't show you when I cut this piece of wood. This is 1/8 thickness. I put glue on there. I put those clicks. How many clicks do I will put? Well, all depend, because sometimes I put a lot and sometimes it doesn't need a lot. I put that piece of wood in there. I don't put it all the way to the top because there will be a metal molding and I don't want to be so thick in there. I need to cut it where that hole it is. I just need to cut it that piece that I just glue. So I just get a circular blades, put them on the and sand it. I don't want the handle to interfere with that area, or I don't want that area to interfere with the handle. I get all the piece of wood, 1/8 thickness, gluing into that. Just mark with the hammer, making sure those clicks are pop out. Same thing right here, and sand it, killing that edge, sanding that edge. Same thing right here. Why do I put that wood in there, you might asking? I love doing putting wood in there because I can do the same thing just by adding a thickness closed cell phone. See, that is 1/8 closed cell phone that I just glued. 1/8 of the wood and 1/8 of the closed cell phone is 1/4 inch. If I don't want to use wood, I have to add 1/4 of closed cell phone. But I don't like it. I prefer doing this way. Why? I don't know, but I think it looks better when those pieces of wood meet together. No gap in there. Plus the edge. I like it. I like it so much using wood. I cut all the excess phone. Then I sanded a little bit that sharp edge. A little bit. Not that much. Because I want to see it through the material, the edge, nice. And right here, yes, right here I sanded all to the wood. That is the back section. And right here, on top of that will be the molding. And I want to sand it all the way to the wood, the top part. This is the leather. I didn't show you how to cut it. It is a simple thing. So you just cut it, give it some extra, and I will put glue. The glue that I'm using is it's land down tap and trim glue. That is the glue that I'm using. And right here, I put a lot of glue right there on the wood, a lot. See right there, I want the leather to stick a sun on that area. Same thing on the top. And same thing on the bottom right here. And I will put a little bit on the top. Then I will let it dry. The design that is on top of the door panel, I am putting right here on the back. Why? Because I'm going to put some small screw. And I want to make sure those screws grab the piece of wood that I'm going to put them on there. So I just glue that leather, and look, you can get a spatula, no sharp tool to glue in right there. Make sure to glue nice, and you can see that edge in there. Okay, I cut that part, and I will do the same thing with the middle part. Get that leather. Same thing. Then I glue, I pull a little bit, make sure no air bubble. Just the palm of your hand, rub it, and same thing on the bottom. You can see, I just glue, and you can see a lot of extra material in there. I am not going to cut it right now. I will cut it later. Right here, if I just wrap that area with the material will increase the size of the door panel. And I don't want to increase. That's what I am sanding. And then when I overlay the other piece of leather, I want those pieces of leather to be even. I don't want none of them to go over, to see it a lot. That's why I am doing this. See how I am cutting? Because there will be another section, another piece. Same thing right here. After I did that, I put glue. And I will start gluing that part. Glue it right there. And same thing right here. Right here, it is not necessary to glue it on the back. I just can cut it around to the edge and take it to the machine and put in a stitch. But I prefer folding and cutting the corner. Because the molding will be covered that piece. I cut in a half inch away from that edge, and I remove all the excess material. Same thing right here. So after that, I got this piece of wood. It is a 1/4 of an inch. It's not 1/8 anymore, or 1/4. I'm going to cut it right there because that area has to be clean because the handle is going to be there. Let's get a pneumatic reciprocal mini saw and cut it. Then I will get the sander and taper out. And all ended. Then I do the same thing. I put a 1/8 thickness cloth cell phone on the top only. Okay. I'm only going to show you one. I just glue it, then I cut it even all around the wood. Just be careful, I'm using a razor blade. After that, you can see it. That part, it look like a little bit of rounded, but I need to sand it. That way I can get like a sharp edge. And I'm using this block with a fine sandpaper. And there you go. I have to sand it a little bit more. I will sand a little bit more. After I sand it, I get the leather. I will wrap those pieces with leather. I put glue. Make sure if you're going to use a cloth cell phone, make sure to use a fine sandpaper when you sand it. Because if you use a rough sandpaper, you can see it through the leather in case if you don't sand it good. You can see all those bumps. You can use all those things that you didn't sand it good. Right here, I glue the inside first. Because if I glue the top first, to do the inside will be a lot of pressure on the material. That's why I glue the inside first. So I got this. I am working on all those pieces at the same time. Okay, right here you see I am working. I will cut the excess right there, excess material, using a utility knife. and remove the material. Same thing on the top. Okay, you can see. And right here, I just cut it, leave it like a 1 inch extra from the edge, made 3 split on those corner. Same thing right here. Then make sure to pull it, because if you don't pull it enough, you can still see that cut from outside, and you don't want that. Especially if the leather doesn't stretch, you have to spend some time, patient, do it right. And I have it, you can see it. This is the top. On the bottom, I just gonna leave it long, and I will glue it later. Okay, I got that part, got this, perfect. So it is time to put them on there. Right there, when I have my left hand, you have to do it good, that part. When you overlap that piece, and make sure to don't expose so aggressive. So if you have to sand the leather or the vinyl, or cut a little bit more the wood, do it, because you don't want to see the overlay aggressive. So I have some small screw to screw that wood. You see why I draw those lines in there? Because I don't want to be guessing where that wood it is, where the center of the wood it is. And right here, this is a 3/4 of an inch wood, so I have to make sure to draw that line exactly and screw that section right there. And then at the end, I put some staple. I just remove this right here, this leather, because I don't want a big bump in there. This little detail take time, and you have to do it. No, you don't have to do it, but my advice to you is do it. It will be more professional. More professional. I am cutting that excess leather, but look, I am not cutting exactly right there. I am leaving a little bit extra. Why I am leaving a little bit extra material in there? Other piece will be in there, and I want that piece to be tight, but in case if it is a little bit loose, I don't want to see that wood in there. That's where I leave a little bit longer. I will put a carpet in there, I glue it, then I trim it. I didn't put banding on it. Why? Because the frame will be on top, and then a chrome will be on that area too. Same thing, I put some small screw. Before to put that screw, I get a piece of wood, same density, and screw into there. And when I was 100% sure that those ones are the right screw, so I keep working with the rest. That's before wrapping with the material. I cannot wrap in everything with leather or with any material and then start looking for the smallest screw. No. First, I make sure that I had the right hardware before to wrapping. A lot of people do the opposite. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong. Look for the smallest screw later on. No, nothing wrong. So I got that carpet in there. Then right here, this section will be in a different color. We'll have some pleated, and the pleats will be 2 inches width. So 4 pleats are 8 inches. 2, 2, 2 will be 8. And those pleats are not or like a sideway. This is the leather that I will use. I will glue that leather to the 1/4 of an inch headliner. I just put a little bit of glue. I don't have to put a lot of glue. And then cut all around. I got that piece ready. Then I will do this. This is the piece that it will have pleats, but those pleats will be underneath. so the stitches won't show it. So how do I do this? Simple. Copy the same design that is in the piece of wood through the eyeliner. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So 2 inches on the wood, 2 inches on the font. Right here is where it will change. I put the leather, and I will grab a 1/4 of an inch on each side of the pleats. That means 1/4 of an inch on one side, then the other side will be 1/2 inch. So I am not gonna give 2 inches right here, will be 2.5 inches. If you don't get it right now, you will see me what I am sewing. And I'm going to take it to the machine. 2.5 inches. So the font had 2 inches, the leather had 2.5 inches. Then I folded, and I will make sure to grab 1/4 of an inch on this side, and then automatically it's a 1/4 of an inch on the other side. So right here, same thing. Fold it exactly where the lame it is, put them exactly where the black lame on the font it is, and start sewing. So simple. So simple. If you are an expert and you are watching this video, I know you know this process very good. But if you are new watching this video, this might be totally new for you. And when you try to do it, you will see it is hard. I understand why it will be hard. Because you are new on this trade. But for me, this is easy. This is not a big deal. I got the 4 pieces already. 2 inches right there. So I just draw a line, square that part where the stitches are, and I just sew the other piece on top. Then I will cut it an inch, 1/8 of an inch away from that line, from the stitch. Don't cut it too close. If you cut it too close, when you pull that pieces, might come in apart. So don't cut it too close. So you see, those marks have to line up with the wood mark. So simple, huh? So simple. And this thing make a big change. Just make sure the line look straight. If you see the line is not straight, unglue it and glue it back. Fix it. Don't keep going. I am cutting the font on that corner because I don't want a big bump in there. That's what I am cutting. I want as flat as possible that area. Same thing right here. I put glue, and now we'll cut the leather too. Look, I cut in the leather. I will fold that area. I don't want to create a big bump in there because I want that piece of wood, when I glue it to the other piece, to be flat. Oh, I almost forgot about this. There is where the door handle go, and I need to, that area has to be clean. I don't want the door handle to go with pressure in there, because when the customer roll them up or roll it down the window, I don't want him to scratch or rip the leather. Then I put a staple all around, first on the top, the bottom, then on the top, and after I will do it on the side. Then I remove the excess material. I put glue on the corner. I'm going to fold it on there. But first I will put this crumb. First, I have to make sure from where to where the crumb will be. Then I put a mark where those little pins are. Then I made the hole. I should make the hole first. But on this wood, it doesn't matter. You can make it first or you can make it last, as I am doing it. If this was like thickness wood, I recommend you to make it first. Or if it was plastic, you can make it first too. Then I hit him from the back, making sure to bend a little bit that depth in there. And there it is. I will hold this panel with glue and a little bit of silicone. A lot of people hold it just with silicone or with the small screw. Because the wood that I am using for that part, it is 1A, hold it with the screw. I don't trust, because the screw has to be so small and that piece later on might come undone. So I just hold it with glue and a little bit of silicone, and that way it will be strong in there. It's not gonna come in apart. Of course, if I want to remove it, I can use a spatula or a sharp knife to remove it. I should mark that area on there because I don't want that when I fold the leather, I don't want to see a big bump in there. I just want to make that area flat. That's what you see me hitting with the hammer. Then I hold it with the staple. The staple that I am using is a 1/4 inch stainless steel staple. I always recommend for convertible top, boat, motorcycle seat, door panel, if you're going to use a staple, make sure to use stainless steel. And that is the door done. Small little detail along here. That is done. It's beautiful. I had to work on the front door panel. The front door panel required more patience because I had to build an armrest on top of that panel. It had to be there. It's not like a separate part that I want to wrap the door panel, then I will wrap the armrest separated, and then I will screw into the front door panel. No, it will be wrapped in there. So that is the video, my friend. I showed you on this video how you can make the rear door panel from this Ford Ranch wagon. Require time, patience, but nothing, it is impossible. Nothing at all. Nothing. The only thing that if you don't have experience will take you for longer, for sure will take you for longer, and then maybe at the end that job is not gonna come in beautiful like you're expecting. So but keep practicing, at the end you will get it. And no matter how hard it is at the beginning, but you will get it at the end. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next video related to this process. I'm not sure if will be next video, but I'm pretty sure will be more videos related to this process. Thank you so much. See you on the next video.